My gorgeous Taurians, how are you guys? So for this week, the spirit animal that wants to come up and guide you is the beaver. So when the beaver spirit comes through in a reading, it does represent you being a very hard worker and working for the long-term success, okay? Long-term foundations for the family or for, stability in your life. So this is a really good sign that confirmation that you guys are working on it. And if not, this is a really amazing energy this week to start long-term projects, okay? And if you're feeling tired, make sure you take a break, but then get back to it. When you're working for the long-term, Taurus, it's really important to remind yourself that you don't need to rush, okay? Especially if you're building the foundations of something that is going to last a very long time, then you don't want to rush the things, right? So another thing that comes up with the beaver, it could represent that this week it's a really good time for some selfless service. I'm sure you're doing it already, and if so, then you're already on the right path and already aligned to this energy. But you could be doing some charitable things or helping others at this time. Just remember that all that karma does come back to you at the end of the day, but of course not the reason why you start those things anyway. So if you're giving at this time, then again, that's it's in the air with the beaver spirit. So let's carry on, my angels. Let's dive into the rest of your reading. Bear with me. All right, my angels, let's see what else comes out for you. For Taurus this week, what's the energy that they'll be dealing with? For Taurus. Okay, that literally just came out for Aries as well. You guys seem to have like a theme, right? Blessed. Now, this card comes in when you are feeling blessed this week, or it's a good time to kind of really count your blessings. You may not be where you want to be. I always say that usually when this card comes up, we want to be in the flow of life, but this is about representing. It's a good time to understand that maybe you're not so ready to dive into the results or the success just yet. You're still transforming, you're still changing. Okay, so as much as you may feel like you've already blossomed and grown, you've gained your wings, but you're not quite ready for all this just yet. Okay, maybe there's still some lessons to learn, maybe it's still some more time, but this is about feeling blessed and being blessed, despite how things seem. Okay, it is a really good card. You're feeling blessed this week. Let's see what else comes through for you, Taurus. Goddess of the moon, so dealing with a lot of emotions this week. All right, so we do have man holding a heart down here too. So you could be in your feelings this week. Someone could be in their feelings about you. The moon can sometimes represent hidden things as well, so we'll dive a little bit deeper into that. But it can also be the subconscious mind, and maybe some unconscious fears are coming through for you to kind of recognize them and to deal with it. Okay, but let's see in the rest of the cards for you so that we can understand it a bit better. All right, Spirit, for Taurus, please. 3 cards for Taurus. Self-worth, so you're focusing on your self-worth, building up your confidence within yourself and your understanding that you are worthy. Okay, you have discovery, so there is some self-discovery coming through, and you also have impartiality. So this is about making unbiased decisions this week will be very, very important so that we can keep the balance. All right, but you're working on your, on yourself here. That's very obvious. And again, that makes sense with the goddess of the moon. It feels like things that are done in the dark, even if it's subconsciously, are coming to the light for you to really kind of recognize what could be blocking you mentally or emotionally. All right, so you can tap into your true worth and really discover something about yourself here. But let's carry on, my angels. For Taurus, let's get 3 of these. Shifted, the tables have turned. The situation has completely changed for your good. 2 more. Master Manifestor, love that. Congratulations, you made it. Everything is possible. Always know that you can, and you have healing. So let me show you. Healing says healing is taking place. Be easy on yourself and open your heart. So that makes a lot of sense with this goddess of the moon coming through here. All right, so any feelings that come up, don't bury them back down again, Taurus. This week's a really good week to work on that foundation. Maybe that's what the beaver is about, is long-term stability within yourself. That's also very important, right? If you want to become somebody different, we have to build the foundations and take the steps today, right? So as I said, you do have impartiality, so this is about looking at life a little bit differently, and from an unbiased point of view. So maybe this is just about, again, having a balanced opinion about yourself, whether things are really right or wrong, and not your usual opinion on things, but to look at things from a different perspective. Somebody outside of the experience could help you out, and even, you know, with your own self. Anyway, the way that I'm speaking is hard because for a lot of you this is internal, but of course for some of you as well it's external too. But here we go with discovery of self-worth, which is amazing. There's a throne coming through, so maybe you guys are putting yourself in a higher position. Master Manifestor, look, congratulations, you made it. Everything is possible. Always know that you can. So this is always amazing card to come through. And of course, just to let you guys see it, you have shifted. So things are changing for you. Good. Let's see what else comes out for you in the tarot. All right, my angels, let's see. For Taurus this week, please, Spirit, let's go with the cards. The Lovers coming out first. So it could be some importance around your relationships, okay, with people, love connections, but it can also be about your decisions are also important. The Five of Swords, some of you could have had a dispute or an argument with somebody, or might be this week with the Star card there. If that is the case, then you will be healing that, okay, or healing from that. Let's see what else. You have the Knight of Cups, so the Wheel of Fortune right in the middle of your reading. That represents that shift that we had earlier. Okay. Two of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles, the Strength card right in the middle. Let's get one more. And then we'll speak about and the King of Swords. Okay. We will go in and clarify. Right on the bottom of the deck, you do the Ten of Swords. So there is an ending of a chapter coming through, even if it's an old part of yourself, okay? There is something that you are putting to the end and completing, okay? The number 10s are important in numerology and in tarot anyways, because it really does represent the end of a chapter, okay? So that a new cycle can begin. So with the Lovers coming through, of course, this can represent love, like we have here. An angel is looking at these two. Usually in the Fool's journey, he's actually having to make a decision on whether he wants to continue his path with this new person or whether he wants to carry on going it alone. So some of you could be at this decision of making a decision in your love life, you know, whether you're dating somebody and whether you're considering taking it more seriously in a connection, or whether you want to get into a relationship with someone, or in general, you're having to make a very big major decision in your life, which we will clarify to see what it is. Okay, Five of Swords is telling me that there might be a little bit of conflict or arguments coming through this week. Okay, just be aware and watch your words. Make sure you're not saying or doing anything that might come back and bite you, of course. But the Five of Swords does represent some kind of defeat. You know, he's kind of trying to win at all costs, and in the end, you know, he wins the battle but loses the war because of his tactics. So let's just make sure that we are doing things and not cutting corners, especially again with the long-term goals. And if there are any arguments, just make sure we're being very mindful of what we're saying and being more conscious, because with that Goddess of the Moon, if I'm going to speak very general, like specifically to that one person who might need to hear it, the Five of Swords, what you're saying to somebody out of anger or out of emotions, heightened emotions, could really kind of reflect something that might need to be dealt with inside. So if you're getting angry about something with somebody, what can this be teaching you? Again, it's a really good time to make conscious decisions about these subconscious feelings. But because we have the Star card here, there is a sense of vulnerability coming through, and also wish fulfillment. So you are going to be getting some kind of wish fulfillment, some sort of healing coming through for you this week as well. But to be honest with you, I think I'm going to go in and clarify the rest of these before we talk about it. All right, let's see. For my lovely Taurus, the Lovers, the Two of Wands. So absolutely making big choices about the future here, about where you want to go in the future and who you want to be with. Okay, so some of you, again, could be planning in terms of a relationship with somebody. Maybe you guys are moving homes or planning on it. Two of Wands is a plan, it's observation. So you are looking into the future about what decisions you want to make moving forward with a partner, or again, just in your life in general. So this is major, whatever you're deciding. The Two of Wands is also about expansion as well, so that feels quite good. And the Three of Pentacles coming through, I'm going to put this back in because I wasn't ready to move forward yet, but Three of Pentacles is about teamwork and collaboration. So maybe this is about business, okay, whether you're starting a business or it's like a project you are working on. Two of Wands is about expansion and expanding something. So maybe you guys are again choosing a new location. Don't know why I always say this is decorating a home or moving home and unpacking. It's like teamwork, project here, whatever it is. This feels quite good, okay? But remember, teamwork is necessary. Okay, be aware of any heightened emotions at this time or anger. What is it teaching you about yourself? Right, Five of Swords, please, Spirit. Six of Wands. So Six of Wands again is about victory and success, like coming out the war successfully. One more for that. Okay, or two. Oh, interesting. And they're upside down. And you do on the bottom of the deck here have the Six of Cups. So there is something about the past. I feel like actually what this is that you felt like you were defeated in a situation with somebody. But what's happening is I feel like you're realizing that it was a blessing. Actually, one thing I forgot to mention, but I did remember to tell Aries with that card, is that it is a card of understanding that you've dodged a bullet of some kind. You know, a lot of the time we feel like we just want to dive straight into something, but we're not actually quite ready for it, or we realize that it wasn't the right thing anyways. So any kind of delay that happened in your life or any blockages that got in the way of something here, I think you're realizing that actually it was a big blessing. Three of Swords, Ace of Wands, reversed. Feels like you're kind of over something. So maybe with the Ace of Wands, it was like some kind of fling with somebody, or somebody had an affair. I don't know why that's going through. That's really random. Or Ace of Wands can also kind of, let me show you. Maybe an idea kind of flopping here. The Ace of Wands is usually something exciting and fun, and it's new. It's passion, right? But the Three of Swords is, it's something that just unfolded that may, again, have been like a short flame. Or again, it could, I mean, some of you could be reacting out of anger, or an idea that you really, really wanted, but it ended up in some sort of heartache or pain. The good thing is this is no longer hurting you, okay? And the thing is you're getting success over some sort of difficulty or conflict or defeat in some way. So that is good news, and it's happening from the past. So I would say it's almost like you're getting some sort of justice or karma with that energy. All right, let's look at the star. The Page of Cups, so that's some surprising message coming through, and a very emotional message indeed. So whether, you know, this message here is a wish fulfillment of some sort, okay, an apology of some kind, or again, you're really healing something quite deep. The Page of Cups can sometimes be your inner child, okay, so maybe that's something that you guys are understanding, addressing, and healing here. Addressing there, I'm hearing undressing because the star is naked, right? I've had to put a lovely little bikini top on her to cover her up for YouTube, but she's naked, which represents vulnerability, right? It's the undressing of something. So with the Page of Cups here, something is being undressed. So whether you are finding out really important information, or you're getting some sort of good news, because this combination is good news that a wish fulfillment is happening, I think that's going to bring some happy tears or really pure emotions, which is great. Let's carry on. The Knight of Cups again can be an apology or an incoming romantic or emotional message. Let's see what the Knight of Cups can be for you. Eight of Pentacles and the Five of Wands. That's interesting. Now, there's a few ways I will speak about this. If it's outside of yourself, the Eight of Pentacles and the Five of Wands with the Knight of Cups could again be a romantic offer. This could be somebody in the workspace or somebody who wants to work on something with you. Five of Wands is a little bit of like fiery energy here, a little bit of conflict or clashing though. Maybe that's something that they want to work on with you, about the arguments or the way that we deal with arguments or the way that we deal with conflict. Okay, that could be important. Again, the Knight of Cups comes through with his heart on his sleeve. He's a very vulnerable and sincere knight. Okay, so whoever that is, it's an insincere, okay, whatever that message is. Now, if it's you, okay, this could be you. Again, this could be some sort of undressing, like we said earlier, about your feelings and emotions. Just remember, we do have the goddess of the moon here. So it really is about unpacking those deeper feelings that may have been hidden. Okay. Again, it could be you dealing with conflict a bit better and working on those elements of yourself. In terms of career, if there was a very highly competitive industry that you're going into, or thinking about going into, I do feel like you are working super hard towards it. And again, with that beaver energy, I do feel like you are going to get some sort of success around that, okay? The Knight of Cups in that instance is really about kind of walking through something that may cause you a bit of anxiety or worries or, fears, like the goddess of the moon here as well. Five of Wands can also represent a little bit of clashing in the mind, competitiveness in the mind, or again, conflict, internal conflict. But the Eight of Pentacles is like your hard work will pay off, okay? And it is. Okay, let's carry on. The Wheel of Fortune in the center of the reading for Taurus, please, Spirit. The Hermit, and it's over with self-worth. That could be where things are changing. Now, the Hermit is another major arcana card. This feels like where things have shifted, like we said earlier. All right. This is really about some kind of reflection or internal introspection and analysis that you guys are doing on yourself and your path, the road that you've walked so far and a road that you will continue to walk moving forward. Like there's a lot of contemplation going on with that Hermit card. And with the Wheel of Fortune, this is about a change in your life, a major change. The wheel is turning, right? So things are moving forward or moving into a different season. In this case, because you have shifted and it says the situation has changed for your good, this is a good change, but it does feel very internal, okay? That Hermit is in the dark as well, and guess what else is shining in the dark? It's the moon. So maybe some time alone is really going to help you understand your emotions, all right, those hidden feelings and emotions. And this is where things change, because don't forget actually that it jumped on top of self-worth. You guys are analyzing maybe where there is a lack of self-worth or whatever it is, and also a discovery as well. Like I feel like this is important for your some sort of self-discovery and improvement on your self-worth. Remember, healing as well. Two of Pentacles, let's see what this is about. Could be about you juggling a few things or multitasking, trying to bring things into balance in your life. Okay, the Knight of Cups came through. You guys could be again making a decision on a love interest, or again, you're really trying to work on your feelings, or doing things outside your comfort zone with that Knight of Cups as well. If you do have a few options in love, again, make sure that you are being patient and observing. Do not rush anything at this time. Remember about the long term. What you want to commit to right now is again about the long term with that beaver energy. Okay, so take your time. You guys could be quite busy this week. The Hanged Man, again, is about observation and changing the way that we see things. It's about looking at things from a different perception. Okay, he's upside down to look at life differently, right? So maybe two ideas, or maybe the way that you're making ideas this week might need you to look at things from a different perspective, because it can help. Okay, we have the Four of Pentacles, the Five of Cups. So this is a scarcity mindset that Spirit wants you to work on here. You could be struggling financially, or things don't look how you want them to financially. Maybe you're feeling a little bit worried about them. The Five of Cups is a reminder not to look at the things that have spilt in your life, the things that have gone wrong, but to focus on what you do still have, okay? And what you can do with that is important. It's about a change of your perspective. Again, it does need to change. Maybe you're being a little bit more pessimistic, and maybe being a bit more optimistic is going to be helpful for you. By the way, if you want abundance in life, or you want a lot of, what is it? Like, I feel like something I want to say is almost like, if you want abundance, you have to believe that abundance exists for you. Okay, that there is so many possibilities out there in the world. I think you know that already, Taurus, but that also means that there are unlimited possibilities for you too. Because of the Four of Pentacles, it's almost like feeling quite down on yourself about maybe things going on in your life, or feeling, I don't know, tied down in some way. It could be a good time to pay attention to your spending. Okay. What else am I getting with this? Or to see something a little bit differently with that impartiality as well. Like one message I'm getting for somebody, and then I'll move on, is like the way that you're seeing, maybe, when you have like an investment to make, and it's like, oh, I have to give all this money over to this, but it's actually going to be something that helps you to grow in some way, or it's going to help you in some way. Like, instead of looking at what you have to give in order to receive, look what you have to receive, and then make that motivate your giving nature. I don't know. It's almost like that's, I don't know, the Four of Pentacles, you know, he's doing things the wrong way, in a scarcity way. If he believed in an abundance, he understands that the flow needs to happen, right? It's about giving and receiving. And I'm sure you guys know that already, but something's making you a little bit pessimistic when it comes down to your stability or your finances, okay? And that might need a bit of a shift in perspective. Don't look at what's missing or what is no longer there. Focus on what you can build and what you have currently and what you do still have left, right? With the Strength card, Seven of Wands, protect your inner peace. Build on it. All right, this tells me you are super strong. You've been through a lot, Taurus, and you've gained a lot of strength along the way. It's a really important time this week to focus on your inner peace and to remember not to give up on yourself. Usually the Seven of Wands is literally somebody who's up against the odds, right? There's a lot of challenges coming up against him. A lot of opinions, maybe a lot of challenges in life, whatever it is in your situation, regardless of how things look, your strength is really going to take you really far, okay? And it's going to bring you a lot of success. That's something to remember, okay? Some of you might need to, again, channel in peace in your surroundings and create a safe space for yourself in your mind or in your body, because no matter what comes up against you, you will always have that, okay? And always have that to return to, and that will be your strength, your grounding energy. Then we have the King of Swords, all about your ideas and intelligence. Could be a person coming into your life here. You have the King of Wands as well. So if this is you, using your logic and using your creativity together can really help you when it comes down to business plans or even creating ideas to move forward in life, okay? Again, King of Wands, strength and power, okay? Confidence and a little bit of ego. The King of Swords as well is about logic and strategizing and planning. So maybe you guys need that this week, okay? Especially if you're trying to build something with that Two of Pentacles over here. There could be really good collaboration coming through in the near future. If this is in terms of business, could be a really important conversation coming through. Use your intuition here, okay? It could just be an energy you're stepping into as well. Being more logical, okay, and being more creative. The King of Wands is all about understanding that he can adapt to situations. He's very creative with how to deal with things, right? And he's quite optimistic too. So that's something that I wanted you to bring in. But anyway, my angels, this has been a very long-winded reading. I hope it's resonated with some of you out there. And if it has, let me know. I wish you guys all the best, and I hope to see you guys next time. All right.